Alright guys, what is up? Welcome back to Interstate 69 Motorsports YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing a walk around on this 2023 Polaris Scrambler 1000S. So you guys may be wondering why the S, and that's just because this is a wide, beefy boy. So this thing comes with 55 inches, or is 55 inches wide, which is a little bit different than other Scramblers we've seen in the past. We'll hop into why that's such an advantage and why that's so cool to see Polaris doing it. Let's kind of talk about some of the features this bad boy comes with right off the showroom floor. So we've got our Pro Armor light bar, high mount light bar up here for clearance. We've also got some hand guards as well with the front bumper for protection. Not only do we have all that, we also have the electronic power steering, which is a huge upgrade they've put on the Scramblers. They have the ProStar linkage, which will help keep from bump steer or anything like that. If you're going through tracks, trails, whoops, anything like that, it kind of keeps your steering under you where you don't feel like you're losing your handlebars. Then we've got a 3-inch riser right here, which allows for adjustment of the angle of the handlebars, which is pretty neat. But guys, we've got right here, we've got our 27-inch tires. And then we've got, connected to that, we've got our Walker Evans 3-way dial control suspension. So you can dial the suspension to be stiffer or softer, depending on your riding style and what you think would suit your terrain. If we peek right here, it's kind of hard to see, but right here behind the front fascia of the machine, we've got our battery tender port. So if you guys plan on leaving the machine for a month or two, not riding it, you can easily plug it up in the winter or whenever you may be storing the machine. But other than that, guys, let's go ahead and dive into some other features this machine's got to offer. All right, everybody. So before we dive into the powertrain on the Scrambler, make sure you go ahead and click that subscribe button and go ahead and throw a like on the video. You guys know you're going to love what's coming next. But guys, we are going to have a video coming out on the regular Sportsman. Sportsman does have a S model. We're going to go ahead and talk about that. But let's go ahead and jump into the drivetrain. So this is a Polaris 1000cc ProStar engine. So this is the 89 horsepower, so that's more than enough power to get out of its own way. This is definitely one of the quickest machines that Polaris makes, or quickest four-wheelers that Polaris makes, of course. If we look right here, we can see that on like most 850s and 1000s, this is kind of the top of your CVT. So they are rear-mounted and kind of swapped around. It's a little bit different from some machines, but nonetheless, guys, this belt-driven machine is going to offer the excellent balance of not only smooth throttle, but also very quick and snappy throttle as well with the way the machine is clutched. So if you get on the gas, the machine is definitely going to go. If we kind of look up here at our headlight pod, we can see something different. So this is your performance and standard mode. And basically the reason why that switch is there is that your throttle on these machines is completely electronic. So it's electronic input. So this will increase the sensitivity of throttle input. And while we're right here by the throttle, we can go ahead and see we've got our all-wheel drive switch. Polaris all-wheel drive is probably the best in the industry in the fact that you have true on-demand all-wheel drive. So when you turn this on, basically what's going to happen if the machine senses any slip in the rear end, will automatically engage both front wheels to pull. And that's huge for keeping traction in all conditions, not only trail or track or wherever you plan on taking this machine. It's definitely more than capable. Let's go ahead and just kind of look. We've still got our same styling on the gauge. So if we flip a switch on here, you guys can see it's still a typical Polaris gauge. You get all your information you need to know. It'll tell you your throttle mode, your volts, engine temperature, hours, everything like that. So nothing really changed enough there. We do have, like I said before, guys, we've got our adjustable handlebars, so that makes sure that the machine can actually be fit to a rider. And with a machine like this, it's going to be driven as hard as it will be. That's one thing you want to make sure of, is that you're really comfortable with this machine and really can get a good grip on the handlebars and make the machine do what you want it to do. But other than that, guys, let's go ahead and jump to the back and see what we're looking at back there. All right, everybody. So we've made it to the rear of the machine. We can see we've got a small bumper here. And then as well as we also have our rear exit exhaust. It comes straight out the back, which I know that it's going to open up a lot of possibilities for some really cool aftermarket programs. But even stock, this machine still sounds awesome. We'll go ahead and start it up for you guys at the end of the video. But then you can see we've got our Walker Evans shock package. Like I said before, this is completely adjustable with your dials. You've got 3 settings to adjust to your liking. As well as 14 inches of travel in the rear. And you guys can see this massive sway bar link right there. That's to help keep traction. Being this machine is more of a sport quad or sport design, and make sure you keep traction no matter what you're throwing at it. We do have a little tail light right here indicator, and then as well as a small rack right here if you guys had to carry any kind of small supplies with you. It's not a huge rack, so you're not going to be able to take a lot with you. But it is cool to note that Polaris still left something there for if we want to carry anything with us on the trails. But other than that, guys, I mean, you've seen the Scrambler. You see how wide that thing is. It looks absolutely beefy. Let's go ahead and get you a start up. All right, guys, so there you have it. You get to see an awesome machine with a huge powertrain that's going to put a lot of power down to the wheels. Polaris has done a great job of thinking of features to really adjust the riding experience, whether that be the adjustable handlebars like we talked about before, or even the power steering is actually adjustable to where you can tone up or tone down the power steering to your liking. So it's just another way Polaris has really thought about everything in this machine to try and make it as comfortable and as user-friendly as possible. But other than that, guys, if you've enjoyed the video, like I said, go ahead and make sure you click that like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one.